Welcome to day 6 of Strixhaven spoilers. This is the Scry, guys. My name is Barry. You can find me on TikTok at Otaku, and I'm joined today with...
And I'm Quest. You can find me on Twitter, QuestingBeaver. Or if you want to find me on TikTok, I go by Beaver Magic. And we are here again for day 6 for spoilers. And we got the last Elder Dragon, a Witherbloom, and a couple other gross mythics, and a couple other good cards for EDH and Standard. Let's take a look at the first one, which is our first Elder Dragon, Beldros, Witherbloom. 1 green, 1 black, and 5 colorless legendary creature, Elder Dragon. 4/4 and flying. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 green-black pest creature with. When this creature dies, you gain 1 life, and then pay 10 life, untap all land you control, but only activate once each turn. Wow.
Oh man, that is it's like it's 2 abilities stapled onto one. So you have a dragon layer type of effect with creating a creature token at the beginning of each upkeep.
Yeah, it's like a verdurant. What that one guy called the
verdurant. The 5-drop, the one that makes sapperlings.
It's 7-drop, isn't it?
Well, yeah, there's the 7-drop that makes sapperlings, and then there's the 5-drop that has the city blessings.
Yep, the city blessing one.
And then dragon layer spider that makes spiders at the beginning, or brood mother that makes dragons. It's a pretty strong effect to have at the beginning of each upkeep, but that's not what we're really excited about.
The pay 10 life on top all your lands. This card just screams out break me. That's all I see. Like in EDH, like your life is high enough where like, all right, well, I have mana doubler and I just casted this. We're just gonna untap all my land and do more things. Or like in like a 3-color deck, like, all right, well, I'm gonna just pay 10 life so I can have Cyclonic Griff open, or like something else. Like it just seems really good to pay 10 life in EDH, but in the Standard, I'm not too sure. It might be just good just to create the 1/1 each upkeep in Standard.
Yeah, and then you have a 4/4 beater on the air.
Yeah, or you do pay 10 life depending on what deck you're playing, like some type of Soul Tide control. Like, all right, cool, pay 10, and then you have like counters and like
Jund, mid-range Jund.
Yo, yeah, that too.
I mean, 10 in life is a lot for like a 20 life standard, like constructed format.
Yeah.
But man, sometimes you need the untap, right?
Yeah, you need the land and the resources.
Yeah, and then you could pair this up with a couple artifacts, like you have Illusionist Bracers, you have Lithoform Engine, you have the Strionic Resonator, so you can get the untap, float all the mana, and then untap it again.
Yeah, it's, oh my goodness, just abusing the ability too. It just seems really good.
Yeah, and then the fact, like, don't let it distract you when it says activate only once each turn. That means you could activate it at opponents' turns.
Yeah. Oh,
so
man, each turn. That's, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and like,
I mean, paying 10 life is still a lot, so you have to be kind of careful with that ability.
Yeah, but with Witherbloom right now, it looks like you're just gaining life and gaining the value that you need. So I don't think this card will have any trouble just paying 10 life like every turn. Like I could definitely see like just with EDH like card pool, like you're definitely fine. Like if you have like a single bond. Or the creature too.
Oh yeah, the veto.
Yeah, veto. It just seems really good.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to our next mythic, which is gonna be another Golgari / Witherbloom card. It is gonna be Harness Infinity. 1 3 black 3 green instant mythic. Exchange your hand and your graveyard. Exile Harness Infinity.
Man, I thought this was gonna be like another like trash mythic until this is instant. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. So
what a good EDH card right there for 7 mana. Just like, know what? I don't really need my hand. I'll take my 40 cards from my graveyard.
Oh,
and then someone's like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just exile your graveyard. Like just do something like that. I'm like trying to think like a card that does it. Relic of Progenitus.
Yeah, Relic of Progenitus. You got Bajuka Bugs. You have the new Soul Guide Lantern from Theros.
Yeah.
So there's definitely the fact that this has instant stapled onto it. It's gonna give you some sort of graveyard protection, because sometimes you just have a handful of lands and you're dredging away your library into your graveyard, and then now your graveyard just becomes your new hand.
Yeah, this card seems really powerful. Just in EDH, I'm not really sure about Standard. Standard doesn't really seem like
Yeah, I don't think in any constructed format 7 is really hard to push.
It's asking, but it is instant, which is great. If it was sorcery, like it's.
Yeah, but this seems like if it's gonna be in a constructed format, it's only gonna be maybe a one of.
Yeah.
Just as an escape button, possibly, or probably just in the sideboard, really.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's just gonna be a one of.
Yeah.
If this had stapled lesson or what's it called?
Learn or lesson. Yeah.
No, lesson. It is lesson because you
lesson.
learn.
To
get a lesson.
Yes.
To get it out of the sideboard, I think this would have been more broken than what it is. But as it stands right now, this is going to be a pretty sweet EDH card at the late game.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get to our next mythic. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Zazi, right?
Jadzi? I don't know. Jazz hands.
Zazi. Oracle of Archivos?
Archivios? I don't know. These are really...
Right.
This set has really hard names.
Yeah. 2 blue and 6. Legendary creature, human wizard, which I love, but in the wrong colors. And so 5/5. Discard a card. Return... I'm just going to call it Jayz. Oracle... Davios. Not Davios.
Yeah, we're just going to call it Jayz from now on.
Yeah.
To its owner's
hand. And then Magecraft. Whenever you catch a copy... an instant or sorcery spell, reveal the top card of your library. If it's an non-land card, you may cast it by paying 1 mana rather than paying the current mana cost if it's a land put on the battlefield. Alright, that seemed totally fair. And then we got the next side, which is definitely not fair. Journey to the Oracle. 2 green and 2 colorless sorcery. You may put any number of lands, cards. Are you kidding me? From your hand onto the battlefield. And then, if you control 8 or more lands, you may discard a card. If you do, return Journey of Oracle to its owner's hand. Wow. Are you joking me right now? Like, that's just a better... No, not a better fast mod. Because fast ban in 1 mana, and then you can, like, pay how much life you have in EDH. And then this card, like... Oh, my goodness.
Well, okay, you got to think about the fact. For the backside, this returns it back into your hand. So, next turn, you could play Jayz.
That seems so gross because you could have this at your commander, like, all right, well, I'm gonna catch him on turn 5 eventually, so you do that, like, because you're like, I feel like, is there like a card that you like search for like any number of land to put it in your hand?
Nylea's Intervention.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cards that put cards into your hand, but the fact that if you're playing this deck, I'm looking at around 38 to 40 lands for EDH.
Yeah.
Just so. I mean, even if your turn 1 hand looks like 5 lands, Soul Ring, and Arcane Signet.
No, that's like turn 3.
Exactly. This has to be the coma of this set.
Oh yeah, probably.
At 8, so you're gonna be sitting at 8 mana. Say you slot this in an Emoti deck.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna Cascade trigger, and then like. And then it's just gonna cascade off of each other, and then everything that you play after that, Jayz is gonna be like, "Oh man, you wanna time stretch for 1 mana, tight."
Or expropriate, you know.
Yeah, you want to
like
expropriate,
or like even enter the infinite, and then you're like, cool, I'm gonna just win now.
Yeah, you're gonna enter the infinite, and then Thassa's Oracle. You know, a lot of people are gonna be like, well, it's 8 mana. It's like, yo, it's 8 mana in Simic.
The other side cancels out the 8 mana. Are you kidding me? Like that sounds like turn 5 or turn 6. This card the 8 doesn't even matter anymore. Like what?
Yeah, man. I don't know what they were thinking with this one. I had thought that Magecraft says, like, I thought I misread it this morning, where it says when you play a card, you could reveal the top, and then it costs 1 less for each spell. Maybe like a storm type of thing. But the fact that it just says it just costs 1 mana.
Yeah, 1 colorless mana.
Yeah. This isn't what's it called? Omniscience?
Omniscience, yeah. Luckily, it's not Omniscience.
Yeah. Sorry, God. Omniscience.
Oh my God! I got like agreed with you for a minute, like Omniscience.
Yeah, this isn't Omniscience, but it's kind of on par or maybe even better, just because with Omniscience, you can run out of cards.
Yes.
But the more spells, instant sorceries you cast or you copy, you're gonna keep looking at the top, and if you have some sort of top deck manipulation, you're just off to the races.
Or you're like drawing cards. Like if you have like something that I think is there like a card whenever you catch a spell, draw a card or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's in Jeskai though.
Oh yeah,
that's
never
yeah,
mind. Yeah, that's all Jeskai stuff. So thank goodness.
But still, if you can manipulate the top of your deck and to just keep putting these fat spells on top of there and playing it for one, you're pretty much guaranteed to win that game.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? So yeah, yay for Simic players. Another broken card that you guys can annoy people with. Let's move on to the next card. We have Black's Vexing Pests. The front side is 2 and a green legendary creature pest. Other pests, bats, insects, snakes, and spiders you control get +1/+1. And then when Black's Vexing Pest dies, gain 4 life. We have on the back side, search for Black's 2 and 2 black. Sorcery, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put any number of them into your hand and the rest into the graveyard. You lose 3 life for each card you put into your hand this way.
Yay! This card screams out tribal right now for insects, bat snakes, spider, just spiders alone, because like there are spider tribal, and this seems like it's a staple right now for spiders. Like for 3 mana you get like a lord, and then and +1 it even dies, and then you draw a card. Not draw a card, gain 4 life. But yeah, the other side's really good too. It definitely digs through your library, but it does make you lose 3 life for each card that you put in your hand this way.
Yeah, it's a mini Sylvan library ish. But I feel like when people are gonna build this, it's gonna be just a tribal themed deck.
Yeah,
but I feel this is out of place at Mythic. I feel like this is more of a rare card.
Yeah, you're right. This could have been a rare card, but maybe just because it's a pest. I knew they were going to make like a legendary pest out of this after seeing the keyword pest. Like, okay, I bet they're going to make a legendary one.
Right.
But probably going to be like spiders or rats. Definitely weird color for snakes. Because snakes are usually teamer, right?
Yeah, they're more like in the blue-green type of thing. Like we have like Cassetto. We have the Snake Leviathan from one of the commander decks that's in Teamer.
Yeah.
So this one's a little weird, but then there are a lot of a lot of Death Touch snakes, so maybe that's where they're coming from. Yeah. But this just feels a little off to me in Mythic, but yeah, I'm always down to see tribal decks go off, and then this one has insects which don't really have a lord.
Yeah.
As of late, this one has bats that don't really have a lord. Snakes, it has a couple, like not lords, but it has commanders that could be snakes.
Yeah.
And spiders, we do have only a couple. But with this card, I don't know, is that Arachnogenesis card gonna keep going up?
Arachnos.
It's the instant.
Oh yeah, the fog card, right?
Yeah, that makes you snakes.
Man, I don't
or
know.
spiders.
I don't know
with
how
reach.
much that card is now, but yeah.
I think it's like around $10 to $15. All right, let's get to it. Let's get it to Quest top 3.
All right, the first one coming up is Demogoth.
Demogoth
Titan. Hybrid colors for Gugari, so green / black, and for 4. And then it's a 11/10 for 4 mana. And then whenever Demogoth Titan attacks or blocks half-guard creature. Solid, good, big fatty right there.
All right.
Definitely.
No, sorry. So I mean, it's gonna be at the 4 curve, so it's a little off for modern and all that stuff. But do you think this can make an impact like Hogath?
No, it's not gonna be Hogath level because you get out Hogath pretty fast, because it has a Kavoke and Dreads. That's what makes Hogath really strong.
Yeah.
But this stuff goes in maybe mono green standard. This card seems kind of a little strong.
Yeah, because maybe turn 2, turn 3, if you have some mana dorks out, you get this out, and then even in Pioneer, you could be like, all right, cool, turn 3 Galta.
Oh yeah, I came up forgetting Galta exists, but yeah, this is Galta turn 2. I mean, not turn 2, turn 4 if you have mana dorks.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Or you could turn 4. What's it called? The Great Henge.
Great Henge. Wow.
Yeah, this is just a classic stompy 11/10.
Yeah, and Gogari colors. Man, I don't know which one the best one. I think the best one right now is still the Boros one for the hybrids.
Yeah, but this
Yeah.
this is still just a really good big fatty. I mean, if you're gonna play Jund, you could thud this,
Oh
or you
yeah,
can fling it at
Thud
people.
Fling.
Yeah.
Yeah. All those good cards. All right. Moving on is Demogoth Woe Eater. It's a creature demon. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature, and then whenever you sacrifice Demogoth Woe Eater, each opponent discards a card, and you draw a card and gain 2 life. For 1 green hybrid color, black, and 1 colorless. Until 7/6.
Oh my
A
god.
7/6 for 4 mana. Another big fatty in Golgari. Definitely a solid card. Just gives you more card advantage. Lower your opponent's life total. What do you think about this?
Oh man, I just feel like Witherbloom is just getting so much stompy cards,
Yeah.
and the fact that you're making a like the downside is quote unquote sacrificing a creature. That is Golgari's bread and butter.
Yeah, like you have pests in the format, which is pretty good now after like seeing like all the Golgari stuff that they like throw out at us today with pests, because like you gain 1 life whenever you sacrifice a pest. So it definitely works very well what's going on with Golgari.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, so what I really see in the future of this, for at least Witherbloom, is just gonna be Witherbloom Stompy.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, it's man, and 7/6s and 11/10s just running around rampant. Yeah, we'll see.
All right, our next one is Mortality Spear, which is 1 green, 1 black, 2 colors, instant speed, uncommon. This spell costs 2 less to cast. If you gain life this turn, destroy target non-land permanent. Wow, this card just says it's 2 mana, destroy non-land permanents. That's all I see.
Yeah, there is really no downside for this card, because I mean, even if you're casting it for 4, we in the format, you know, in EDH and all this stuff, we still play cards like Utter End and all that stuff, which I mean, Utter End still is better because it exiles, but for the possibility of having this at Assassin Trophy,
Yeah,
like mana cost, and then there's no upside for the opponent.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like 2 mana. I mean, depend on what deck you build, right? If it's to have no life gain, it's still okay. But if you're having like a life gain deck, like with pests and all that, it's definitely just going in that slot. Just 2 mana, destroy anything. I mean, not like lands, but definitely destroy anything. It's just good spot remove right there.
Yeah, I mean, like with all these new cards coming out, it kind of makes me want to play Arena. Like I want to build an Abzan deck with just nothing but removal.
Yeah, I can't wait for Arena so I could build some Orzhov mid-range. Orzhov mid-range seems really sweet.
Yeah, and if you pair this up like me, I want to do 3 colors because I just think it's more fun that way. But you can pair this up with like if you have Killian out, where things cost 2 less.
Oh man.
So regardless, this is just going to be an Assassin's Trophy for 2 mana with no
Yeah.
upside for the opponent. I think it's going to be a really fun standard. I mean, unless rogues still run rampant, you know.
Probably.
All right, let's get to my top 3. For the first one, I have 10 the Pests for a 1 black, 1 green instant. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature. Create X/1/1 black and green pest creature tokens with when this creature dies, you gain 1 life, where X is the power of sacrifice creature.
Yeah, again, this card's an instant.
Yep, this is an instant.
Wow, just 2 mana. Like, let's say Demogoth, Titan. I'll
Yeah.
sack it, make 11 of these things, and then you're like, cool, swing out. Like, it just seems like like that's
Terrifying.
just screams out tokens.
Right?
Like, you could definitely, like, make a token deck and put, like, that one Orzhov token thing, like, where a creature you control get +1/+1.
yeah.
And I don't know what the other side does. I think it deals with Magecraft, I think.
No, the one you're talking about, the one from this set, right?
Yeah,
So
D10.
that one says creature tokens you have +1/+1, and then if a non-token creature would die, you exile it, and then you make a 2/1 Inkling creature.
Oh, okay.
But
I
it's
thought
non-token.
it becomes a copy for a minute. Like,
Oh, no,
what?
no. No, but yeah, so yeah, if you put the Titan now, sacrifice the Titan, get 11 at the
Yeah.
end step, swing out with 11 damage, and then when those creatures die, you gain life anyway. It's pretty disgusting.
Yeah, for 2 mana, really? 2 mana instant?
Yeah, especially when someone's just gonna target your thing and kill it anyway, you might as well get the most out of that creature.
Yeah, can you imagine if 10 to pest would have been like destroy target artifact or creature create any number of 1/1 pests equal to a convert mana cost.
Oh man, yeah. And then for EDH, this is going to be disgusting, especially like if you're playing Abzan tokens or if you're just playing Golgari tokens. Like if you have divine, what's it called, the
Divine Invitation.
Divine Invitation. You're like, all right, cool. Oh, you're gonna kill that. All right, I'll make, I don't know, 10 4/4 angels with flying and vigilance.
Yeah, that card is surprisingly going up slowly.
Yeah. It's I think around the $15 range now when it used to be like a $4 card.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the next card I have actually pairs pretty well with Tend the Pest. It is Dina, Soul Steeper for 1 black, 1 green, legendary creature, Dryad Druid. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life, and it has 1 sacrifice another creature. Dina, Soul Steeper gets plus X plus 0 until end of turn, where X is the sacrificed creature's power.
Again, 2 mana. Another good staple, like for EDH. It just whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life.
Yeah,
it's not.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
It is not Sanguine Blood, but the other part of that combo on a commander.
Yeah.
Is it Exquisite Blood?
Exquisite Blood.
Yeah.
Sacred Bond, Exquisite Blood. Yeah.
Yeah. That, and the fact that this says each opponent, not target opponent.
Oh yeah.
So this deck, if you build it right, it's just gonna be a fast game.
And then like Dina becomes bigger whenever you sacrifice another creature. It gets like equal to its power. Oh wait, equal to its power.
Yeah.
It's really strong.
Yeah, and then I think they switched it up. I think this creature was supposed to be the Commander 2021, and the other creature is supposed to be in the regular set because this doesn't have only dude at sorcery speed. This is gonna be a pretty neat combo trick. If someone's like, "Oh, it's just a 1/3, I'll take it," and you're like, "Oh, nope, never mind. I'm gonna sack all these creatures."
Yeah, it's like I think the Witherbloom Commander one says only sorcery speed.
Only sorcery
like,
speed.
which is really weird. Like you give this card not sorcery speed, but like the other one it's like kind of the same thing. Like put 1 counters.
Yeah.
Go to like sacrifice. Like it's really weird.
Yeah. If I buy that commander deck, I'm just gonna switch that commander out with this one.
Yeah.
And then for my last card, I have Elimination Ritual. This one says destroy any number of target permanents 2 or less, and then you're going to create a black or green for each permanent that is destroyed this way.
For 4 mana, you're dead. Like, depends. In EDH, it seems really good because you're destroying every mana rock. Like, it's just like any type of good mana rock. It's like 2 or less. Like, it seems gross. Just making let's say there's like 8 of them on the battlefield, and they're like, cool, do this, play like a big fatty go.
Like, yeah, exactly. And then like, there's token decks are really popular in the format. A lot of people are switching over to like 2-drop mana rocks.
Yeah.
A lot of people are dropping the 3 and the 4 drops to go for a little bit faster. And then, treasures, like, try and punish somebody for a dockside extortionist or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're going to sack the tokens in response, but still you're getting you're taking mana away from players.
Yeah.
And the fact that this gives you mana after that to keep going.
It seems really gas, too. It's like, all right, I'm going to destroy everything. All right, cool. Board wipe, then play another thing. Like, it just seems,
Yeah, oh man, like out of all the schools that we've seen so far, it feels like they gave Golgari the most toys.
Oh no, Boros, are you kidding me? Like it's between Golgari and Boros. Right
Yeah.
now.
Well, so I feel like Boros, yeah, it's still strong, but it's very board dependent.
Yeah.
Golgari is like, forget that board. Let's get rid of your board because I don't like what's on that board.
Yeah.
Especially when you have that double damage guy out.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll ever like get a creature that does like a with Magecraft, and whenever you cast that instantry or copy it, each other creature get -1/-1.
Oh yeah, that would have been a pretty sweet black card.
Yeah, it's like a Magical Girl.
Oh yeah, Masker Girl, like Masker Worm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the Black Sun Zenith of the set.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I could definitely see something like that. Maybe on Monday, but the set is definitely closing to end with spoilers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just wow. Like I was pretty amazed with the Golgari. I know for Quest he was really hyped for the spirit synergy of Boros, but I love board control. That's why I'm really into this Witherbloom school.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us today. Like, comment, subscribe, turn the notifications on. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. My name is Barry.
My name is Quest, and we are the Scry guys.